In this video, we delve deeper into the Bible book of Genesis and how we can apply it to our lives in contemporary times. Let yourself be informed and inspired without judgment, and take away what's in for you. The Bible book of Genesis is the first book of the Bible and is part of the Old Testament. Genesis means origin or beginning in Greek, and the book describes the creation of the world, the origin of mankind, and the early history of God's people. The book is divided into two main sections, the creation and early history of the world, chapters 1 to 11, and the history of the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph, chapters 12 to 50. Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Summary of Faith, where the Bible is central. Especially applying the Bible in contemporary times is a challenge that we must approach with confidence. The first part of Genesis. In the first part of Genesis, the creation of the world and man, the fall of Adam and Eve, the first murder, Cain and Abel, the flood, and the Tower of Babel are described. These stories are meant to explain human nature and the relationship between God and man, as well as the origin of sin and evil in the world. The second part of Genesis. The second part of Genesis tells the story of the patriarchs Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. These stories show how God makes a covenant with His chosen people and how He leads them through difficult situations, despite their mistakes and shortcomings. It emphasizes God's faithfulness to His promises and His plan to bless and restore humanity through the descendants of Abraham. Application in contemporary times. Although Genesis is an ancient book, it still contains valuable lessons and principles that are relevant to contemporary society. Respect for creation. Genesis teaches us that God created the world and everything in it. This reminds us to take care of nature and be responsible for the environment. Human dignity. Genesis emphasizes that people are created in God's image, which means that each person has unique value and dignity. This principle guides us to treat others with respect and love, regardless of their background, culture, or beliefs. God's faithfulness and grace. The stories of the patriarchs show that God remains faithful to His promises, even when His people fail. This can give us hope and confidence in God's love and care for us, despite our own mistakes and shortcomings. The importance of faith. The patriarchs were characterized by their faith in God and their willingness to obey Him, even in difficult situations. Their example can inspire us to develop strong faith and trust in God, regardless of the challenges we encounter in our lives. The power of forgiveness. The story of Joseph, who forgives his brothers for their betrayal, teaches us about the power of forgiveness and reconciliation. This can help us work towards repairing broken relationships and letting go of grudges and bitterness in our own lives. God's sovereignty and plan. Genesis shows that God is actively involved in the lives of individuals and the course of history. This can comfort and provide perspective, knowing that God has a greater plan, even in difficult times. Family relationships. Genesis contains many stories about family relationships, both healthy and unhealthy. These stories can help us reflect on our family dynamics and inspire us to strive for healthy, loving relationships with our family members. Application in contemporary times. In the tapestry of human history and spirituality, the book of Genesis stands as a timeless guide, weaving stories from the dawn of creation to the trials and triumphs of the patriarchs. This ancient scripture, more than a historical account, is a mirror reflecting our journey in the modern world. Imagine a world just beginning, where the universe springs forth at the Creator's command. In this grand design, every mountain, river, and creature find its place, reminding us today of our duty to cherish and protect this magnificent creation. As we navigate the challenges of environmental stewardship, Genesis serves as a poignant reminder of our role as caretakers of the earth. Within its pages, we find Adam and Eve, humanity in its infancy, grappling with choices, mistakes, and the burgeoning complexity of existence. Their story is our story, one of striving for moral discernment in a world brimming with choices, reminding us of the dignity inherent in every person and the responsibility that comes with our freedom. Genesis then takes us through narratives of faith and fallibility, seen in the lives of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. Like us, they stumble, they rise, and they face the tests of their time with a resilience that inspires. Their lives, marked by a profound faith in the unseen and a commitment to a covenant larger than themselves, echo in our search for meaning and connection in a rapidly changing world. Joseph's tale of forgiveness towards his brothers, transcending betrayal and heartache, is especially resonant. It speaks to the power of forgiveness in our lives, urging us to release grudges and embrace reconciliation, a message as vital now as it was then. Above all, Genesis reminds us of a divine tapestry that includes each of us. Its stories, set in a time so different from our own, continue to speak to the heart of our human experience, our struggles, our aspirations, and our enduring quest for a relationship with the divine. In its verses, we find a compass for navigating the complexities of modern life, guided by timeless principles of faith, stewardship, and love. In conclusion, in general, it is important to remember that, although the context and culture of Genesis are different from today's, the fundamental human experiences and questions explored in the book are still relevant to our contemporary society. Studying Genesis can help us gain insight into our nature and our relationship with God and with each other, and inspire us to live according to the values and principles presented in the book. We hope that this video has made you wiser and taught you more about the Bible and how to apply it in contemporary times. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Thank you for watching and approaching the future with confidence. Have faith.